I guess it's time to talk butt stuff. 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 Again. Hey guys, and welcome back for another grooming video. It feels like ages since I've done anything grooming related actually, except for the time where I did that shorts video where I shaved my beard off, and I don't think we're going to be doing that again. Anyway, I'm making this video today as a revamp of the video I made a really long time ago called How to Remove Butt Hair Easily, and I'm still a pro at it. The video was a smash hit here on this channel, and it's one of my highest viewed videos on record actually. But the only problem is it's a little outdated now, and my preferred method of removing my butt hair has changed a little over the last 6 years. So today I'm going to update you on my favorite method for getting the job done, and I'll cover a couple of other options that are available on the market as well that, you know, they're good, but they're not my preferred method, put it that way. And waxing is definitely not on this list, and it never will be, because that shit still gives me ingrown hairs where the sun don't shine, and you don't want to see that. So without further ado, let's get into these methods for removing butt hair. And you know what? Let me know what methods you use in the comment section below if you don't use any of the methods that I mentioned today. I'd be very interested to know, actually, what you guys are doing to do this. Tell me about your butt. Why not? So method number one is using a trimmer. As of about 2 years ago, I started using a cordless trimmer to groom absolutely everything from my neck down, and yes, that includes my delicate, sensitive butthole. And the number one reason I switched to doing everything with a cordless trimmer is because it's quick. And as time goes on and I get busier and older, I do not have time to sit in front of the mirror with my ass in the air, a can of shaving foam in one hand and a razor in the other to ensure that every little hair below my belt is kept in check, okay? It's not gonna happen. And the risk of slicing something as sensitive as your butthole, gooch, or balls is no joke. Hence why it's super important to pick the right tools for the job, which is exactly why I switched to something like the Lawn Mower 4.0 from Manscaped. Duh. I made the switch to the Manscaped trimmer about 12 months ago, and I haven't looked back since because their tools and formulations are freaking epic. And because Manscaped is sponsoring today's video, they've sent me the brand new Performance Package 4.0 to test out, and boy, it has my butt, balls, and gooch buzzing. In an exciting way, but also quite literally, if you know what I mean. If we look inside the Performance Package 4.0, you get a good mix of Manscaped's goodies just to keep your junk in check. Obviously, the star of the show is the new Lawn Mower 4.0 trimmer. The number one thing I really like about these trimmers is the advanced SkinSafe technology that Manscaped have gone and developed to significantly reduce nicks and cuts on sensitive areas like your bum and your balls, which in fact does make it the perfect tool for getting the job done fast, but still getting a sexy result. It's a goal for the whole, I say. I also love these trimmers because they're waterproof, cordless, and the battery life is insanely long compared to other shitty trimmers that are on the market. You've literally got 90 minutes of shave time, and the LED lights here on the front, they will let you know how much juice you've got left. I cannot tell you how many times with regular trimmers I've gotten halfway through my shave and then the battery just dies. And I'm like, half skinned and half hairy, and then my Tinder date's coming in 15 minutes, and I'm like, shit, what am I gonna do? Not a fun time. And when it actually comes to mowing my lawn, I'll always start with my gooch area first, just to clear the way so I can actually see, you know, what I'm doing down there, and I can work my way back. And because butts are round and there's curves and folds in awkward places, I find it easier to like straighten everything out and work in halves. The way I usually do it is just by popping one leg up on the counter. I usually start with my left and then duck my head underneath so I can, you know, clearly see everything that needs trimming and, you know, make sure I don't miss anything. And when I'm trimming as well, I always make a point to work away from the butthole, okay? Never towards it. Going against the grain helps prevent ingrown hairs from occurring, and it's also just safer in general because although, you know, the 4.0 has amazing skin-safe technology, it's still a body trimmer and it's designed to go over the surface of the skin, not inside your orifices, all right? That's what the weed whacker's for. But even then, I wouldn't put the weed whacker up your butthole. Then once I've mown the lawn on one side, I then do the same on the right, and then I'll dispose of my garden clippings into the toilet using, you know, a pube mat or something, which Manscaped actually provide one of those in their Performance 4.0 package as well. It's like this hilarious newspaper that collects pubes. It's freaking dope. You know, and then to finish everything off, I kind of just jump in the shower and wash away any excess hair, and it's quick, simple, and fuss-free, just like it should be. And then if we look further into the other products in the Performance Package 4.0 kit, you'll get the Crop Preserver, which is this guy. So it's a deodorant specifically made for balls with pH control to keep you cool all day long. You also have the Crop Reviver, so it's this little spray that keeps the area fresh, so you're ready for anything at any time, even if you are half hairy and your Tinder date's coming in 15 minutes. And then the Weed Whacker, which is what I just mentioned before, that's Manscaped's new ear and nose trimmer that has the same skin-safe technology as the body trimmer, and it helps avoid tugging and snagging when you're cleaning out those areas. So, and as I get older too, I am starting to get nose hair, so That's unfortunate. As you're probably getting the gist here, the Performance Package 4.0 not only has you covered when it comes to removing your butt hair, but it also has you covered in every other facet of grooming that you can think of as well. And if any of you are interested in kicking a goal for your hole today and getting your hands on one of these trimmers, I would highly recommend it. And now is probably your best time, because I don't know how long Manscaped keep my discount codes open for. I think the old one has expired, but they literally do. They go all out. They give you everything. If you use the link attached to this video, you'll instantly get 20% off at the checkout. You'll get free international shipping, and then you also get 2 free gifts when your package arrives, all right? So you get the Shed travel bag, which is awesome. I use it all the time. I now have 2 of them, and you also get some of their amazing boxer briefs too. So the link's in the description, guys. Trust me, it'll save your ass. Now let's get on to the next method. So butt hair removal method number 2 is the method of using hair removal cream. Before getting my hands on the Manscaped trimmer, hair removal cream actually used to be my first choice when it came to removing butt hair. It was actually the star of the show in my previous removing butt hair video, because it actually works a treat. But the downside of this method is it takes a bit longer because you've got to apply it, and when applying you also have to be careful because it's made for external uses only. So when you're down there, you don't want shit going in, because that's going to be nasty, and especially when you're working with chemicals, you just got to be careful when you do it. That's all I'm going to say, right? External, not internal. And then on top of being cautious about where you put it down there, you've also got to be cautious about where else you put it, i.e. your hair. I touch my hair a lot, and if you get hair removal cream on this hair up here, you can really do some damage, and you might not be able to save it. Like you may be going for a bigger haircut than you thought. Plus, hair removal cream freaking stinks. Literally, your bathroom ends up smelling like a death chamber of singeing hair. And if you're one of those people that have ever been curious about what a hair smells like when it's burnt, it is not great. So although hair removal cream is an effective method, it's not actually practical for me anymore. And when I take into account all of the points that I just mentioned and the time difference between hair removal cream and trimming, it is so much easier. And I've said this so many times, as I get older, I cannot fuck around when it comes to my grooming and hair routines. I really need something simple, which is why I switched methods and don't use this one anymore. But if you do have the time and patience, it's still a great way to get the job done. Smooth, sexy, and actually you should stop watching this video and go and watch my first butt hair removal video. So method number 3 is a really effective long-term focus solution, which actually for some reason is becoming more and more affordable as technology is advancing. It's freaking weird. And that method is IPL treatment. So IPL stands for intense pulsed light, and that's a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? That's what he said. And the way it's done is with this big, huge machine that has a tiny little rectangle light on it. It kind of looks like, what does it look like? I'm trying to think of an example. It kind of looks like the lights in this office. Hang on, I'll turn the camera around and show you. Like that. It kind of looks just like that thing, but really mini on this machine. And that's what they use. So imagine that. And then what they do is they put that on your butt or wherever else you're getting done, and then they go boop, and it kind of feels like a rubber band flick. What it's doing is it's sending this electric zap down the hair shaft and into the follicle, which pretty much completely destroys it in the end. And after you go back for recurring sessions, eventually the follicle gets so damaged that it just dies off and the hair no longer grows. So that's how it's permanently removing the hair. It permanently removes it in some cases. When I was 16, I hated my chest hair, and I went to every length that I could to try and get rid of it. So I saved up all my money, I bought 10 IPL sessions, and at that time it was like $700 just to get my chest zapped. And because I was so hormonal at the time and 16 and going through puberty, it got rid of the hairs that were existing at the time, but because my body's hormones were just going crazy, I was growing hair like next. It was just pumping out of me. So I still do grow hair on my chest. But yeah, if I were to get it done now, it would probably get rid of it for good. So yeah, and after a while, I just stopped caring about it. And really, I'm kind of glad I did that now, because as I go with the flow, I actually like to go through phases with my body hair. Sometimes I like being hairy. That includes downstairs. And then I like to switch it up and go, no, we're going smooth this month. So permanent hair removal is not really my thing, but I know so many guys and girls who have had IPL on their tits, pits, and ass, and they bloody love it. And it works really, really well. So that could be a solution for you to go and remove yours as well if you're looking for something more permanent. And it is getting cheaper. Like, it's not $700 anymore to go and get just your chest zapped. I don't know how much it costs for your butt though. So guys, that brings us to the end of this butt-tastic video. I hope you got some value out of this and maybe came across some methods you hadn't heard before. I always love having these conversations because I feel like they're really open and they just need to be had. I don't think they should be taboo anymore. I mean, seriously, we're in 2021. If you ain't talking butts, then where the fuck you at? Fuck, I hate that. Please remember to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next week for another video. This month I'm pumping out, like, I have got another video coming up next week, so they're on the roll because I just felt inspired. When I'm inspired to make content, then I do. So, and that's kind of how I want to play it from now on, you know? Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.